Hello, this is Riku Rimpela from TrainingSense Help Desk talking. One of the basic capabilities of the SmartPaddle system is the capability to compare different swims and different swimmers against each other. And the basic thinking behind that one is that when you have this swim, then you have the references that you can use to compare the swims and understand more about the difference. Let's go through that how the comparison is done. So first of all, you can do the comparisons on the stroke level under the line screen or in the Explore. And the same basic thinking applies to both of those. So let's go to live Explore screen and then use this as an example on how to do it. So the first thing to do is that you mark the reference. And that's done by picking the swim that you want to select and then setting it as a reference. Now that when the star got lit, also you see that it appeared on the list of the references below the graph. And when I unstar it, then it disappears from there, and then I mark it once again. And when you have the list of the references, then you can select the one that you want to compare against, then ensure that this one is selected, and then you get the dotted line visible there. Now it's the same swim compared against the same one, but then when I change the actual or when I change the reference, then you start to be able to do the comparisons. And the way to remember which one is which is that the dotted line is always the reference, and it's the one you have selected here below the graph, and the solid line is the actual swim, and that's the one that's listed in the or selected in the table. And the same logic goes across the board in different swims or different views. And then this is the same swimmer against same swimmer, but in this case, in the same swimmer account, different swimmers have been used, and the keyword has been used to identify that who is who, and then it enables the comparisons just by this way. When you start to have more of the data, this comes a bit hard in the sense that it starts to be a long list of the references here. And the solution for that one is that from this selection here, then you can see the other swimmers on your account, and then you can pick the one that you want to compare against and see the references that have been selected to him or her in the list here. And once again, in the same way, the dotted line is the reference. In addition to these ones that you have collected into your reference catalog, we are providing a list of the global references that are giving you the perspective that how other swimmers are swimming. And in that way, through the comparison, then you can learn more about the differences. In addition to the set level averages, you can do the comparison in the same way in the lap level. And now only the lap level references for that specific stroke are shown on the list. And in the same way, I can select the reference here, and now it became visible here in the way that it's the set one lap one left. And I can pick that one as a reference and then see the lap level averages and also the comparison on individual stroke level here. So that's how to work with the references, and when you start to have more of those, it becomes more and more important that you keep your data organized. And the solution for keeping it organized is, first of all, under the athlete page, the swimmer accounts so that when you collect the swimmer data on the swimmer account, then it's easy enough to find the data and know that who are you comparing against when you are doing the comparisons. Also, on the below the athlete list, there's a list of all of the references that have been marked for each of the swimmers, and then you can manage that which ones you want to still maintain and keep on the catalog. The same way of doing the comparisons is applicable here also on the live screen. Just that the references are here in the above. The only difference is that the references are here above the graph, and you will be able to only compare the session averages against each other. Otherwise, the basic way of using is exactly the same. Thank you for listening.